Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that has happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Now, as I said yesterday during the Fan First Friday recap, that was the episode about Fan First Friday. Today is going to be the episode about everything else that happened this week. So, we're not really going to talk much about the Fan First Friday stuff, at least especially the Zord Ascension project, Dino Megazord we saw, but I do actually have a little bit of updates about Red Ecliptor, so we're going to go and start with that before we head into everything else. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So yesterday we talked about the Red Ecliptor figure reveal that happened during the Fan First Friday. And during my video yesterday, I said it was not up for pre-order yet, and that's still true. You still can't pre-order this figure yet, but I also said that we didn't have any promo pictures. And that's not true anymore. So, right after I posted yesterday's episode of Lightning Storm, Preternia posted the promo pictures for the Red Ecliptor figure, which, doesn't show us anything we didn't already see from the reveal. But it's nice to actually see the more, official promo pictures, the nice high-quality ones, that, outdoor setting that they use for, every promo picture now. We get to see that with Red Ecliptor. But what's kind of the most interesting things about it is, first of all, look at his box. It definitely looks like a new kind of size of Lightning Collection box that we've never really had before. I was totally under the impression that this Red Ecliptor figure was going to be a deluxe priced figure, so like a $31.49 figure. But Preternia is reporting on it that it's going to be a $22.99 priced figure. So just a regular, standalone priced figure. It's just going to be a standalone figure, fan channel release, kind of like A-Squad Red or Yellow. Those were fan channel releases. But we definitely have a kind of bigger box for Ecliptor because he's kind of a bigger guy. But it kind of begs the question, why was that 2-pack $50? We always, assumed that it was because it was basically a deluxe figure with a figure we already had. So it kind of evened out to the $50. But if this $22.99 ends up being correct, which maybe it is, maybe it's not, that's kind of a weird price point for this. I'm not complaining. It's cheaper than I would have expected Red Ecliptor to be, and I do like the new scale of box, although it looks a little weird. I feel like the Lightning Collection logo is maybe a little too big on the box. It actually kind of looks like the size of box that Shredder has, possibly. It could be. That just popped to my mind. That could be the case. But yeah, anyway, Red Ecliptor promo shots. He's looking great, and I'm glad we got to see him in more detail. So I mentioned the Shredder figure in the last segment, and while he's still not out yet anywhere in the world from what we can tell, we do have a little bit of information about the TMNT 2-packs. So last week I talked about how Entertainment Earth started shipping some people's, very small amount of people's, Raphael and Tommy Foot Soldier 2-packs. Well, those have started to arrive. So they've been out in China for a couple of weeks now, and it looks like they're sort of out in the US by that. But it's really only from certain orders from Entertainment Earth, so it's a very small amount of people who are gonna have this pack out there right now, because it still says it's up for pre-order on Entertainment Earth, and if you go pre-order now, I don't think they're shipping it yet, which is strange. They must have got a very small number of them. But yeah, it looks great. I've had people DM me pictures on Instagram and stuff of them, and I can't wait to get any of these TMNT figures, let alone even just this pack. And then speaking of the other packs, like the Mikey and April and Neil 2-pack, that was actually released at CMD Store in Canada. So we got to see a better look at that one and such like that. CMD Store, you might remember, was the store that leaked Wave 7 before its reveal. They're the ones who did that. So they get figures pretty early most of the time there. And you can actually check out a video review of the April and Mikey 2-pack by ActionFigureSkinny on YouTube here. I will leave a link in the description below to their video review if you want to take an in-depth look and kind of our first video review of any of the TMNT stuff, really, from what I can tell. So great, thank you for posting that, and hopefully these become more and more available in the US soon. I really want them. Speaking of becoming more available in the US soon, A-Squad Green. So we talked about last weekend how A-Squad Green started to be found at Best Buy stores and stuff like that. Well, for a brief period of time this past week, it actually went up in stock on the Best Buy website. So they were actually shipping them out. Some people were actually getting them delivered and such like that. And then Hasbro Pulse sent out an email saying that it was going to ship earlier than expected, which it had been pushed originally to that March release date or whatever. But it looks like they're actually going to ship that out soon. I haven't seen anybody's ship from Pulse just yet, just from Best Buy, but and I haven't really seen that many more reports of it being found at physical Best Buy stores. But A-Squad Green is kind of out there right now. You could probably get one off of... Well, no, you can't. I think they're gone on Pulse. I know that I say that. but they're also gone from the Best Buy website. So hopefully, I don't know where this is going. Hopefully it actually goes back up on any of these sites and you can get it soon, or you could, go hunting at a Best Buy and try to find it. But A Squad Green is starting to trickle out here in the US, which means we pretty much just need A Squad Pink to come out in the US officially, because it's been out in other countries for a while, and we finally have the team completed there. So good luck trying to find A Squad Green. Hopping over to the UK, they got a brand new figure released this week, and that was the Tyrannosaurus Sentry. So that's been out in Malaysia for a couple of months here, but finally Hasbro Pulse actually sent them out to people in the UK. Still no word of when they're going to release from either Target or Hasbro Pulse in the US. I think Target still has it pushed to like the 2099 ridiculous laughable error date or whatever. But yeah, if you're in the UK, you were actually able to get your hands on the Tyrannosaurus Sentry. I'm not sure if it's up on Hasbro Pulse or anything like that in terms of being in stock. But they did ship out, at least I'm assuming, the pre-orders. So hopefully we can get it over here in the US soon. I've been wanting that one for a very long time to build my little army for my Draken. But it's really great that UK fans have been getting all this stuff early. They've been getting a lot of stuff, especially those emails that say they're going to be getting a bunch of stuff here soon. We should start seeing some of the ninjas pop up there and everything within the next couple of weeks or so. And speaking of the ninjas, we did talk about last week that Vietnam got the Ninja White Ranger figure. Well, we actually got some really good pictures of it here that I want to talk about next. So last week we had that 1-minute clip of an unboxing from that one random Vietnamese store. We actually have some really good pictures of the figure here now that I was tagged on Twitter, so huge thanks for posting these. The figure looks fantastic, and there's a lot more details about it that we didn't really know. So we actually get to see from this that not only is there a little ball joint in the back of the head for the little bandana part thing, so that's going to be able to articulate a little bit, the actual entire neck joint is different from what a typical Lightning Collection figure usually is. So it's usually on that dumbbell joint that kind of moves up and down, but this one is kind of I think I saw people saying that Marvel Legends does this, or what was it, Ghostbusters I think does this. Other Hasbro 6-inch figure brands are, I guess, known for doing this in their neck joints, but it's like a ball joint put into the neck area so it can move around and everything, obviously, but it's not on the little dumbbell joint, which means it should be hopefully less prone to snapping and breaking and ripping off and such like that. And it looks great. I'm really happy that they're going to, at least for this figure and the ninja figures in general, move over to this type of neck joint. It was sorely needed. And people were actually pointing out that it looks like we have a very similar neck joint situation going on with the Phantom Ranger. I just never bothered to take his helmet off to see that, but he also doesn't really have that dumbbell joint. And both of these figures share something in common, and that is that they are pinless. So we also get to see from these pictures that the Ninja White Ranger figure is pinless, which we also know Phantom already is as well. So going forward, it looks like they might be trying to adjust the neck joints and make the figures pinless going forward, but we haven't really retired the typical Lightning Collection, figure kind of mold just yet. So hopefully the longer we go, the more they kind of phase it out and make it even better. And I mean, Marvel Legends does that all the time too, where they use a body for a certain amount of years and then they phase it out. And Lightning, I'm sure, is going to obviously keep doing that too. So great improvements. Really can't wait for these. I think that really kind of made my excitement level go up on these, for just how good they look. And I can't wait to see the rest of the team come out for the Ninja Rangers, whenever they may do in the US. And speaking of things that may come out in the US soon, the Lord Zedd helmet popped up on a bill of lading this past week, which means that it has arrived in US ports, but because of everything going on with shipping, it's probably stuck in a warehouse somewhere and hasn't been processed yet or whatever. But it does, make it seem like it will show up earlier than its March release date that it was originally reported on, which kind of lines up to what GameStop was saying. GameStop had it lined up for December 15th or something in terms of a release, only a couple of days ago. So maybe GameStop is expecting it by the end of the year, but bottom line is we could expect to see the Lord Zedd helmet much earlier than March. So if you wanted it and you want it now, maybe go switch your pre-order over to GameStop or something, or if you want it soon, because they also have it for $5 cheaper than Pulse does and everything. But it is a very expensive item in the Lightning Collection. It's the most expensive thing in the Lightning Collection, besides the Zap stuff at this point. So I get people kind of going, oh crap, I thought we were going to have until March for that. I felt the same way. But just be prepared. It might be coming out sooner than we all kind of expected. For the final news story this week, we actually got updates about the Power Pop Art variant boxes for Wave 11. So if you remember what these were, These were the brand new Walmart exclusive versions of the Wave 11 boxes, very similar to the Target exclusive Spectrum boxes we got last year. But what was really strange about these was that they showed off the one for Dino Fury Red at PulseCon, and specifically said that they were going to be Walmart exclusives available for pre-order after PulseCon on October 22nd on Pulse and Walmart. And then that just never happened. It's been like 5 or whatever weeks since PulseCon, and there's been absolutely no other information about these. PulseCon itself kind of made it vague about if the whole wave was getting them. It did seem like the whole wave was going to get them. We only got to see Dino Fury Reds, but thanks to the In Demand Toys Facebook page and Martian Ranger for spreading them all over Twitter, we actually got to see promo shots of 3 of the Power Pop Art variant boxes for Wave 11. We're still missing one of them. But here is Dino Fury Reds, which as you can see is a little bit different from what we saw at PulseCon. The PulseCon picture we saw had the Zato head on the figure, very much like the metallic armor Pink Ranger figure from Hasbro Pulse does, with a helmet off to the side. But this new picture, which I'm assuming is probably more accurate to the final product, has the typical lineup of the helmet on the figure, the head off to the side. So not super surprising there. I figured, it was kind of an odd choice for them to switch it up for this one random box anyway, so it's nice to see that that's probably not the case. We also got to see the Zeo Cog Power Pop Art variant, which is the first time we've seen this one. These all look pretty much the same. They have the Japanese katakana that says Power Rangers on the side of it there. You have the full side profile box art from Tom Whalen. You have that blue backdrop instead of a lightning backdrop behind them. I'm going to get these, of course, because I bought all the Spectrums last year. I'm going to get all these variants. But here's Lunar Wolf Ranger. We get the first time we've seen the forward front-facing picture of this box. We still don't have a forward front-facing picture of the regular box, which is very strange. You can also see here that this picture of Merrick in the box does not have the corrected boots or stripes on the chest that they claimed they're going to be doing. Granted, they claimed that during the interview thing, and it's possible these were designed and taken pictures of before they did that, so we still don't know if they're going to actually fix that or not, but this is just one piece of evidence towards maybe not. But then again, maybe they are. We'll have to wait and see for when they come out. Now, this is strange, but we do have 3/4 of this wave. There's no way that we're not getting one of these for Dino Charge Pink from Wave 11. We just don't have a picture of it yet. So, I don't know why In Demand Toys randomly had these pictures. I don't know where they got them from. I'm assuming they're Hasbro contact or something. I mean, they're a store, so that makes sense. But yeah, they just didn't post Dino Charge Pink, so I don't know if they have it and they didn't post it, or they just don't have it. But we should expect a 4th picture or 4th box to show up at some point. Still no details of when we're actually going to get to pre-order these things, since we were told a date that never happened. So, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. They should be coming out sometime around the time Wave 11 drops, so maybe we'll have to find them in a Walmart store, which that would be absolutely awful. So hopefully they just go up online like they're supposed to. And finally, for a little lightning strike of the week, I wanted to finish it off with something kind of funny or kind of strange. I've been getting a lot of pictures like this, so it seems like it's actually a widespread issue. It's very weird. So I've been seeing a lot of pictures of the retail version of Pudgy Pig shipping upside down. I've seen a lot of pictures of this on a shelf with it upside down, in boxes upside down, where it's still factory sealed, but the tray is just put in completely upside down. So that's strange. I don't really know what happened with that, but I just wanted to put it up here because I thought it was funny. So let me know down in the comments below, have you or did yours come with an upside down tray for Pudgy Pig? How did that keep happening? I've actually seen a couple reports of people having gotten it and it's missing his accessories or his mohawk or something, which is terrible. At least for this one, I guess if you're an inbox collector, it's probably annoying. Or maybe it's not. Maybe you want a rare version of it like this. But it's just weird and it doesn't matter because it doesn't affect the figure. But what is happening with that? So I just wanted to bring that up there because the first or the second time I was like, that's random. But it's been maybe at least 5 times I've been sent a picture like this from different people. So it definitely seems to be some kind of widespread problem, or maybe some certain batch or something. Very weird, but I don't know. Wanted to show it off. Alright, and that's going to do it for this week's episode of Lightning Storm. Of course, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments below on anything I talked about here today. And also be sure to check out my Fan First Friday recap episode from yesterday so you can learn all the details about Red Ecliptor, which I guess I kind of went over again anyway, but also mainly the Zap Megazord. I did not talk about that thing today because there's really nothing else new to talk about with it. It went up for pre-order yesterday, we got all the details yesterday, and I went over it in its own dedicated episode of Lightning Storm, so that'll be popping up in the end card here. So, until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR, and I'll see you all in Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice. See you all later.